What's up, friends and family? It's Darius back again with another video. It's been a long time, but hopping into the 10-minute pool right now as we speak. Um, I played in a simul on Lee Chess just today, actually, earlier today, and it was against an international master. He was playing against like seven or so people. He beat all of them except for one person. That was me. He couldn't beat me. We settled for a draw in an endgame, and I might have had winning chances, but I wasn't able to push because it was a simul, so I had less time. Um, but it re it it reignited a spark in me. So we're playing some chess. We're playing some chess after quite a bit of time. I don't know if I can even play this move right now. I don't know if I like that. I think I'll probably just settle with this. And then probably play a c5, d5. C5, he pushes, I take, he takes. Probably not. Let's just go g5 right here, right now. And yeah. So we're playing chess again, and the international master, I think he might have blundered something in like the middle of the game, but I was just moving too fast. I just didn't even realize. I'm wondering if c5 is even playable here. If he takes, I take here. He does have this move. I back up and he pushes here, but no, I still have this. So, um, c5, take, he takes here. I can take here. He takes here. Queen takes, or even bishop takes. I think it's fine. Let's go ahead with this one. And yeah, so I was looking at that chess guy, big international master looking guy, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time to study up a little bit. Maybe it's time to take some classes. So I was looking into it, and like $30 an hour, which is not bad at all. Especially if it's an international master, I think he's from Ukraine. So $30 is good enough for him. And oh, I forgot to tell you guys, we're playing as positional N from India. Oh, it looks like he's got a selfie there too. Very cool. Um, but yeah, so I was looking at that into coaching, and he was like, "Oh, you got to play more games, right? If you want to get better, gotta play more games." That's the first thing. He wanted to look at my game so that you can know, like, well, what is he looking? What do I gotta learn? Like, what are the things that I still need to pick up? That's weird. I thought he was gonna go here. This seems just got a bit more of a thing because I can't castle. I have to play h6 first. But he let me do that. I think that's a bit of a mistake from him. I think I'll go ahead and castle. So yeah, looking into that now. I don't want him to play this yet, but if I just play this, he could play this, and if I back up, he has this move, which is a little annoying. Maybe I take, or maybe I go here with the knight. If he goes here, then I go here. He goes here. I can go back here, and then I'm putting more pressure on this. I think I'll go ahead with the knight. But actually, this might have been a bit of a blunder, because if he does take with his knight now, I can't take like that. But he doesn't. I'll go ahead and take here. It's actually quite interesting. If he takes here, I think I'll go ahead and take here. Can take this, though. But I think I'll go ahead and put my uh, bishop on this. Ooh, he took here first. Good for him. Good for him. Go ahead with this move. He can't take with the rook. Obviously, my knight will take. He takes the pawn. He couldn't take with a knight either, because if I take here, all of a sudden I'm threatening mates. So that wouldn't be fun for him. Now I'm thinking, can I just play this move and try to attack this pawn? Again, idea of playing off this pin. So I think that's what I'm going to try out. He goes with this move, which makes sense. Makes a lot of sense for this guy. I could go ahead, set up this. Put a rook on this file. Makes sense because his queen's there too. My queen is also in the center of the board, which is a little not the best. But moves like this can push me out really quickly. I don't know how this would end first, though. Because if I play here, he can take, but then I take here. My piece is also better because I'm threatening to just take a pawn right off the bat on the 7th rank and everything. He goes there. He goes there. So now we got to look at this move. We got to look at this move here. Idea, of course, is being that we're about to take this piece, and we have 1, 2, 3 attackers. He's only got 1 defender, so he can't just play this and just try to win because I'm going to be winning a pawn. Not good for him. If he does take, though, this is where we have to calculate. We have to calculate. I could take here. And he could take this pawn. I guess I take back. He could put a rook here. I put another rook here. He takes. I take. Oh, this seems fine, right? Doesn't it seem fine? I don't know. I don't seem like there's any other way for him to attack our piece either. I'm gonna go ahead with this. If he takes here, I'll just go ahead and take your queen. My rook is on your second, not seventh, but rook's on the second and seventh. They're supposed to be pretty good. We will go for it. My bishop is protected. It's not a perfect square for tonight, but it's all right. We could be ending up towards e4 at some point in the future. Then this is looking all fine for me. We've got a nice bishop looking at this diagonal too. Probably doesn't matter too much right now, but especially since this rook's expected to move, but it doesn't. It does not move. Now it's time for us to move our pieces. I could play something like this and try to get this knight maybe here, maybe even here. This is also very interesting because I'm protecting this pawn. But I think this is a pretty good move for me. I think this is a good start. I'll go ahead with this move. He could go play this, but I'm not scared at all. He'll go ahead with that. I'll go ahead and put my rook double up. He will have to take. I take. He goes here. I would have to take. So if he does do this, I do have to take. That's the game. I do have to take here. Because if I try to move away, then it's not looking great for me. Because his rook's going to be more active. He's taking on his terms, right? But let's think about this. If he takes, or if I take right now, his bishop does back up, which is not great for him. And I think I have this move, which is really interesting. Attacks both of these pawns at once. He has to defend this pawn again. Only move I see for him is this bishop move. And after that, I'm not sure what we do. Or we can go here, but then that's not much of a threat. I think I do have to take. He has to take back. I'm thinking of this move, but then he has this bishop move. So here, this is forced. I guess I'll bring my knight, but then he does have this move, pushing me around. Or I could just play this move as well. It's probably better to play something that's a bit more forcing first. Something like this. Attack this pawn. He's forced. If he goes here, then I don't think I take, because... Or do I take, and then I get the bishops, and he doesn't. If he does this, though, I think this is probably worse for him. I'll play something like this, maybe. Let's go ahead. Let's try this out. So we're going to go ahead with this. He does go here, and if I do take, he takes back, and we have a bishop for his knight. How will this work out? I think I'd probably try to bring my king here and try to play something like this, open this up so we can come in here and attack. I think let's go for it. He does have to take back, and then let's start bringing our piece. He's coming in too. I think when you have a bishop and he has a knight, it's better to keep our pawns on like these kind of squares because they can stay defended. So I'll go ahead and do this. If I do play this now, he could just take, I take, he takes, I take. And it's really interesting because he has a pass. He doesn't have a passer. He doesn't have a passer, actually. Unless he asked me to take, which would definitely be a bit different. If this happens, this is a bit different, for sure. He's moving. He's moving it. I could play this, but I don't think that's a great move because he just has this and he's going to win that pawn. I think we do have to take, or else he's starting to just actually make a passer immediately. I'll go ahead and take. He does that. I think if I play this, he can't get in here just yet. He does this move. Fully makes sense. If we do this, then it's probably all falling apart. We can't play this. This check, I go here. This, whichever one he does, I just play the other one. I don't know. We have to make these pieces come alive and force him to move. So I will go ahead with this move. This is where we have like a majority. It's 3-on-2. We got to make use of it. We're not going to win just by sitting around. But after something like this, he takes, I take. I don't know how it's looking. I'll go ahead with this move, I guess, but it's starting to look a little weird, actually. Plays this move. I could take, or I could play this. This one does control a bit more space. If I take, this pawn is not controlling anything. So I will go ahead with this move, I think. It's not a great spot for my bishop. I can't lie. Maybe now putting the pawns on my color was not the best idea. But he's coming in there. I could play this. I could also play this, actually. He comes in here. I guess I just play this. I'll go ahead with this move. If he does go here, I think I have to just play this. I don't want to lose any pieces, though. Go here. He does have this. A little annoying. Then I guess I just have to back up. Here, or maybe even here. Let's see where he goes. I don't think I want to trade this off, though. Here, maybe I just go here. He gives me this check. I have to play this. He gives me this check. I could just play this, maybe. Okay, he did that. I think this is almost forced. I could have also gone backwards, but I don't see any goodness there. I want to play something like this and get a passer here. So if he does give me a free move, I don't even think this probably doesn't work. Okay, he went there. Ooh. Go ahead with this move. I could give him this check. I go here. He comes here. Check. No, this doesn't work. I could also play this move and stop him from coming in. I'll go for this one. I feel like that's almost the only move. But I don't see how we can make any progress now. Because this king is here. And we have no other way to do anything, it feels like. I'll just do this. If he goes here, I have to play this. We win a pawn, though. I don't know. I don't see how we how either of us makes progress at this point. Maybe I shouldn't have traded off and let him get a passer. But then, if he doesn't have a passer, I guess if he had the isolate, if I kept him with the isolated pawn, I should have just been more confident in myself, maybe. Try to win off that. Because that was isolated, I don't think it was a passer yet. I don't know. I'll go here. Still defended. Still defended. He goes there. Oh, I missed a fork. That's not good. It's definitely not good. I'll go here. Oh, man. We messed it up a little bit. We messed up just a little bit. He's got another passer, and that's dangerous for us. Ah, that's a blunder. Definitely could have been stopped. We have to play something like this, which is not great, because he could start pushing this now. Yeah. If I even go back, then he can push this. Yep. Or actually, is this a draw? I actually cannot remember. This might be a draw. Oh, but I just come here. Now it's definitely not a draw. Yeah, this is definitely resignable. I don't know what he's thinking about, but I will be resigning here. That's unfortunate. Going back, or actually, I guess we're gonna pop this out into the analysis anyways. That's not a great game for us. Where is this? There we go. Here it is. Oh, I'll click start review. It's changed a little bit since we've been out. Oh, okay. I have to click next. Oh, wow. This is very bright. I don't like this. I don't know what's going on here. They should have made this some sort of color, just not that, obviously. This is not good. I also think this is too bright. I don't know. Do you guys think this is too bright? I feel like the white is just too bright, especially when it's like crammed in like this on like such a darker background. But anyways, this is all fine enough. Knight a5 is a bit of a mistake, actually. But is it saying that I'm still winning? Huh. So it's not that bad. It wanted me to go all the way here, though. And this actually makes a lot of sense, given that my bishop is already aiming this side. Once I move, I'm threatening right now to just play this. And then, of course, this is coming too. So he has to move his queen. If he just kind of wastes a move by putting like this. I have knight a5. Threatening to take here. If he just plays something like this, I just take his queen, right? Queen d3. Looks like it's almost forced. I think just take here, right? Here. And this is looking much worse from him already. I think here as well, though, you could just play first this, trade this off first, and then after this. Oh, there's also this move. What? Huh. Or I guess it wants you to do this entire trade first, which makes sense because now this rook is being hit too. We didn't see it though, but that is smart. We had the right idea, but it was a bit early. But this is all forced at this point. He plays this move. I bring my knight in, double up. He does this. I think I have to trade, and I am slightly up in material. It's wondering what is the best move in this position. King f8, which I did not even think about. I thought that I had to make some sort of move given that his bishop was already back, but I guess he was just going to move it back. He's going to fix it up anyways, so maybe we didn't have that much of a threat. Knight b5 is recommended. Bishop b2, and after this, I don't know what you do. Knight c7, I guess you put the knight on the perfect square in front of this pawn, this isolated pawn. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Knight is going to that perfect square. a6 is showing, h5 is showing. Well, in same colored bishop endgames, you want it so that your pawns are on the wrong color, so that his bishop can't attack, and his pawns are forced under on the bad color, but I played this way. I traded this off, and I think this is actually confirming a draw. It says knight d6 is the best move if I want to keep playing, but I did this, and wow, you can see that it really wants me to play this move. This keeps it so that you can't attack, but I played it a little wrong. I gave him a pass pawn too. It's not the best way to play. This happens. This is apparently a bit of a mistake. And here now it's like really confusing. I don't know what the difference here is. I feel like this has to be worse for me. Thinking about this position versus, where even is this? Versus this. I don't know, because as like black side, it doesn't really make a difference because he's controlling all of these squares anyways. That's what I was thinking. Oh wow, he has all of these under control. That's interesting. But then like in this, he still controls all of these squares. The pawn doesn't seem to make it that much of a difference. This is on a light square, so I can't ever take it anyways. So I don't know what the idea here is. That's something that, yeah, I actually just cannot figure out. But he goes here. I find this great move. Thank you. This is all best. Apparently this is the only move. And king d4 makes sense. Yeah, I don't know what else you can do. Bishop c1 shows up, just defending this. And there's no way for him to come in, I guess. No, that's not true. You can come in here. So not yet. But bishop b2 does stop him from coming in, because all of these are covered. Oh, then I guess he's coming in through here. I played this way. This is fine still. This is a blunder. And that's because, oh, this move. And it's a fork, but not this pawn, this square, I think. If I move my king over here, I think he just has it. Well, I guess he's, yeah, that's how he won the pawn. I blundered that, but sorry. Over here. If I take, he takes, he's just promoted this straight up. I can't go here because of the fork, but if you go here, he has knight c4 and he is pushing me in grave danger. After this, I'm forced to defend this. If I go here trying to keep it active, he slides in, and then he'll be pushing this with ease. Bishop c7 is forced, but apparently, yeah, d6 still works, right? Yeah, and I think after that, then it's over. So that makes sense. He had a victory royale right there. Knight d4 was played. I went back. He does this, and I try. Basically, we repeat over here. This was all repeated, basically. Idea was, I mean, like, this is the same exact position that we ended up in over here. He finds it, and after this, it's like, I can't really do anything. Here, it's not a draw. It's not a draw. It's not a draw because he can always just play this and just sack his pawn. That's why it's not a draw. If he doesn't have this pawn, then maybe it's still a draw. And that's where we got to bring up the analysis board. I don't know where the analysis board on chess.com is, honestly. So I'm going to go ahead and get this. Let's see, full screen. Yeah, I'll just do this. This is fine. Let's see. Is there a way for me to just like pull the FEN from right here? I don't know how it works. Oh, here it is. Let's do this. FEN. Yep, this is our position. I want to flip the board. And let's say he just doesn't have this pawn. Yeah, let's let white play. And analysis board. Is this a draw? No, it's not a draw because... What the heck is this move? What? I swear I remember queen and rooks being Queen and rook pawn being a draw. I guess I'm just too slow. What? I'm not sure. What am I missing here? This is just an empty game. This guy just posted. Oh, this is queen and rook versus. This is queen versus rook. I thought this was a draw, but I must be missing something. I wonder if it's a draw if black is to move. No. What if I put this pawn one more up? Now it is a draw. So I guess I'm just too slow. Because now he has to just keep checking me. Huh. I think I'm thinking of like a different. Maybe I think I'm thinking of the bishop pawn one, where that's much more different. Anyways, we did lose this game. Unfortunately, it was a queen Indian defense. I don't have too much. What's it called? Experience with it. It just feels like I'm doing stuff, but we ended up in an okay position here. This is where we have to realize, oh, well, we have to make this is the entire point of the opening. The Queen's Indian is this bishop. So I had to bring this here. I did think of like some idea about like this diagonal itself, but more about just taking this knight. Bring my queen here. My queen is completely safe here. Is I guess he could play this. But after this, knight e7. And then again, I'm just because my rook is on a perfect file, he's in danger. He can't just play something like this because queen h2 check. Oh, and I'm up a pawn like that. Interesting. Very cool. He has this fork, but it doesn't matter. This is still fine for me. This is winning for me. Yeah. I had to find queen h5 and then I would have had a chance. Otherwise, that was like really the only place. Some stuff here that the engine kind of just like skipped over. I don't know what I'm clicking on, I'm gonna be honest. Here I played this. I found this move, but apparently that's not the best move. I should have just played this immediately so he can't play this. And then I'm opening up this. Oh, I'm also trying to just jump in here. Remember, ace, he's played a3. That weakens these light squares. We should have taken advantage. Also, his c pawn is missing, so he, yeah, doesn't have anything here. So this is actually really strong. Bishop e3. I'll probably just play h6. Queen e2. This would be horrible. That's just a fork. Queen e2. I could just jump in like this. Oh, I can't do this because then he has this move, and then I'm forked. That would be horrible. So probably yeah, rook ac8 first, so you can't do that fork, and then probably just try to jump in like this. Rook b1 is basically forced because I'm gonna play this anyways, but this just blockades everything too. And wow, look at that knight. It's almost a one pawn advantage, even though material is completely equal. Very cool. I had to find that move too. Bishop f6 is just a little slow, given his weaknesses over here on the queen side. Yeah, but that should be it for this game. It was a Queen's Indian defense. Unfortunately, we lost, and unfortunately, we lost a little bit. Oh, he was a higher rated opponent, it looks like. Almost 2,200. But we did lose. We lost a few more rating points, so we're probably about 2 games away from 2,100. But we will catch up. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.